for the unacquainted, vampires in the world of darkness are not your typical monsters of just fangs and claws alone. Whilst it's true that these creatures are capable of using their deadly bite to feed upon mortals and kindred alike, they have far more powers which conjure up only nightmarish scenes of gore and brutality. The horrors a vampire can exert on their opponents' bodies are innumerable, as there are many powers, known as disciplines, a kindred can call upon from their clan bloodline. Vampires of Clan Gangrel can use the discipline of Protean to change their features, creating bodily weapons such as elongated claws to dismantle their opponents. Kindred from the regal clan Ventru are well known to use their powers of Dominate to weaken and manipulate minds. However, what if I were to tell you that there is a vampiric power that two clans are known to use, which can in ways allow a kindred to fly, teleport, and communicate through their blood, whilst also allowing them to craft powerful rituals to protect or instantly kill anyone they desire? What if I were to tell you that by just touch alone, they could cause all of the blood in your body to boil and perhaps even explode into an illumination of guts and bone? These are the powers of thaumaturgy and quietus, now known in modern nights as Blood Sorcery. If you enjoy lore from dark settings or want to learn more about the world of darkness, feel free to leave a like and comment, or perhaps even subscribe, as it helps the channel immensely. The two clans which are renowned for using blood sorcery are the Banu Hakeem and the Tremere, both clans which are rather controversial within vampire society. The Banu Hakeem, also known colloquially by those not of their clan as Assamites, are vampiric assassins. As the eldest of the two clans mentioned, the Banu Hakeem were well known for their usage of their blood magic discipline, quietus, which was created by the Assamite antediluvian Hakeem for supernatural assassination. The power is referred to as the discipline of silent death, or the art of assassination, and primarily employs tactics which transmute the qualities of blood from being benign to acidic or poisonous. A kindred of the Banu Hakeem may also utilize their opponent's blood to constrict or overload their vital organs, causing both extreme pain and a drastic end. It's said that an Assamite has never heard their target scream, and such is typical of their discipline's hasty effects. The Tremere, on the other hand, utilizes what could be seen as a more supernatural presentation of blood magic. Their variant of thaumaturgy is unique to the clan's heritage. Known as the clan of warlocks, they were born out of the act of diablerie, as their clan progenitor was not of the original third-generation vampires, known as the Antediluvians. The mortal man known as Tremere was a mage of the Order of Hermes, infatuated with the secrets of immortality. The history of the Tremere is extensive, but for the sake of brevity, Tremere found his answer to escaping death by seeking out the temptations of which vampirism offered, and furthered this process by diablerizing the ancient kindred Zaulot. The clan operates very differently to many older vampire clans, in the way that it's run very much like a vampiric pyramid scheme. Hierarchy is at the core of the clan, and the discipline of thaumaturgy was taught for centuries by those of the upper echelons of the clan elders, passing down the knowledge to the neonates, otherwise younger vampires. What is interesting of note within both clans is that their variants of blood magic are not essentially naturally occurring within their bodies, i.e. the discipline of potence is commonly used by the Bruja, and it's something which grows in power naturally due to its association with bodily strength and corporeal abilities. Blood magic, inferred by these two clans, is something you learn and master as an ability adjacent to your vampirism. Thus, rituals, especially for the Tremere, are both highly guarded and extremely different from most other kindred powers. Due to this fact, they operate on a different scale and have earned these clans a great reputation for being extremely deadly. The Tremere, especially within the Camarilla, are a pillar of the sect, despite their relatively young status in the vampire world, but have earned this through their devastating abilities. In modern nights, Quietus and thaumaturgy have seemingly blended together under the umbrella of blood sorcery. Both clans have suffered losses in recent nights, many of which are attributed to the rise of the hunting conspiracy known as the Second Inquisition. Thus, a lot of blood magic and its teachings are extremely hard to learn, as elder vampires are subject to both the mysterious beckoning from vampiric ancestral homelands and the threat of Vatican hunters of the Inquisition. However, despite these teachings being scarce, the vampires of modern nights are still extremely powerful with their blood sorcery. Here are but a few abilities they can call upon to eradicate their foes swiftly, or in great masses of blood and guts. Baal's Caress is a deadly power of Banu Hakeem origin. This ability stems from a blood sorcerer's own vitae, and allows them to transmute the properties of their blood, turning it into an extremely lethal poison, which can eliminate both mortals and vampires alike. The poison is described as flesh-eating, and shows no mercy to either living or unliving matter. The Banu Hakeem traditionally created this deadly poison, and would lather it onto their blades and weapons, before striking at their foes and delivering this deadly serum. Once in an opponent's body, it lingers and destroys the vessel from the inside, persisting for a short yet fatal amount of time. For kindred, this deals aggravated damage, i.e. wounds which can't be easily healed, even by a vampire's regenerative blood healing. This ability is extremely potent, and often fatal when delivered by a skilled blood sorcerer. It once stood as one of the crowning jewels of an Assamite's arsenal, but it would seem that in modern nights, the Tremere have usurped these secret techniques, and have utilized it for their own benefit. The deadly ritual of the Shaft of Belated Disillusion may not seem perhaps extremely potent by name alone, but if you are lucky, or more so unlucky, to see this weapon crafted and utilized by your own eyes, you would observe how devastating it truly is. By taking a stake made of rowan wood, inscribed with so-called baneful runes, a blood sorcerer uses a great amount of their own blood to drench the weapon, whilst charring it within an oakwood fire. Over the process of 5 hours, the sorcerer will have created a deadly, mythical weapon, which will not only cause inevitable final death towards any kindred, but will also never miss its target. When used upon a vampire, the stake will even splinter if the initial hit does not seek the monster's heart, and will almost always cause certain death to any poor vampire who stepped in its path. The stake itself is not bound to its creator, and can be wielded by anyone who dares to use it. There have even been records of the shaft being delivered to its opponent's hearts via crossbow, which only heightens the ingenuity of these blood sorcerers. However, whilst these abilities are deadly and threatening to most kindred, all fear the most gruesome and cruel of blood sorcery abilities: the Cauldron of Blood. Formerly the pinnacle of a Tremere's natural thaumaturgical abilities, this power needs only the touch of a blood sorcerer made upon their enemy to start the horrific process. Once employed, the victim of this power will feel their blood boil beneath their skin, conjuring excruciating pain throughout their system. The damage sustained by this power is extreme for both mortals and vampires alike. In nights past, a Tremere was known to employ a similar ability, if not worse, to a more cruel degree, causing not only immense pain in their victims, but also the explosion of them by swelling their bodies to such a degree that they merely pop like a crimson balloon. The Cauldron of Blood is known as not the most efficient way of killing someone, but it is indeed one, if not the most cruel way of doing so. Blood sorcery is perhaps one of the most unique, but also one of the most feared of disciplines within Vampire the Masquerade, and hence the World of Darkness. Whereas disciplines are known as being organic in nature, blood sorcery calls upon the dark arcane powers of vitae and utilizes them to provoke fear and threat to all that wish to challenge its practitioners. Its secrecy in tandem with this also causes a great deal of distrust and fear amongst vampire society and any mortals who are burdened with the knowledge of these creatures. Blood Sorcery, through its variants of Quietus and Thaumaturgy, are some of the most interesting powers within this franchise, and the clans of Banu Hakeem and Tremere have always had a soft spot in my heart, however ironic that may be. So, what do you think about this ability of Blood Sorcery? Do you think it rivals the other disciplines as being the most powerful? Or do you believe it pales in comparison? Do you think it's flawed? Or perhaps overpowered? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, it means a lot to me that if you like this video, that you may perhaps leave a comment or a like, as it helps out the channel immensely. We have recently hit 100 subscribers. And I want to thank all of you which have joined the Apollo Speaks community. Seeing all of you come to these videos and showing your opinions and appreciation truly makes me very happy. I wanted to make videos like these for a very long time, and I'm glad that I'm finally getting to pursue this and sharing it with all of you lovely, lovely people. So, until next time, stay safe and don't walk naively into the night.